back to Arsenal Report, and of course, officially, Liverpool has won the Premier League title, something we've known now for months, but if there was ever a team to do it against, it's Tottenham. And I believe now Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal, and Manchester City have all officially won the Premier League against Tottenham. So if there's one positive to take away from the thrashing that Liverpool gave Tottenham, it is exactly that. And that, of course, means that Arsenal are set for a three-peat of second places in the Premier League. And, you know, I don't find this to be as upsetting as everyone else. I guess this year it's like we were so removed from it by January. Last year was the year to win it. The first year was no one expecting us to be there. We had a great season. We took Man City very far. We just, Saliba injury, Tomiyasu injury, Rob Holding had to play. It is what it is. But this year, you just never felt like it was there. We didn't have the right transfer windows. We didn't have the right recruitment. We didn't have the right profiles. We had the most injuries of any major players or anyone really in this title race. And the whole Premier League itself has been obviously a bizarre season. But there's so many positives still to take away from this year. The arrival of Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri on the scene. The arrival of Kai Havertz as everyone understanding how important he is in the fan base and now being able to rally around him as a true striker. The ability for Jurrien Timber to come back from the ACL injury and show what he can do, even post-ACL. I think there was a lot of concerns. Jakub Kiwior in the last few weeks, what he's done. There's a lot of positives taken from this. Declan Rice has taken another step up, and when he was already world-class, has pretty much cemented himself as a top 3 midfielder in the world. Like, the bones are there. We are going to win a Premier League in the next couple of years. It's not as simple as just winning it because we're due to win it. And listen, the only other time anybody has come in second place 3 times in a row in the Premier League is Arsenal, and they won it the very next year. So I'm not giving up on this team in the Premier League moving forward, and we obviously have the joy of the Champions League semifinal against PSG, which we are going to win over 2 legs, and then to go to the final. It's been a great year. Congrats to Liverpool. Congrats to Arne Slot. And to be honest, this Liverpool side with Salah, Trent, Van Dijk, they deserve more than one Premier League title. They really do. I mean, the fact that they had to go against City's best years all those years, they lost a Premier League season one year with only 1 loss and didn't win the title, like things that we'll never see again. So good on them. Arne Slot, let's see what you can do with a bit of a different squad, although he is keeping Salah and Van Dijk. But credit to Liverpool where it's due. And as I mentioned, who cares about the Guard of Honor? Let's go and win the Champions League. On to that Champions League, of course, we need to start talking about who's going to be in that starting 11 because we know Thomas Partey is suspended. And I've seen a lot of people suggesting Ben White should start at right back, Timber at left back, put Miles into midfield with Declan. I don't think that is the answer. As much as I'd like to keep Marino up front, Marino still can play a very similar role as a second striker with Trossard as our number 9. And anyone who watches this channel knows I'm not the biggest fan of Leandro Trossard in his abilities off the ball. I don't think he adds a whole lot. But what he can do with Marino in there as well, if Trossard isn't going to take up that space, Marino can take up that space when we are in possession. And Trossard can kind of drift the way he wants to drift, get into some dangerous areas. I don't think we can ask Miles Lewis-Skelly to play as a 6 in his first start in midfield and completely change the way the lineup should look. So I think we stick with what's working, and that's keeping Marino in midfield, putting Marino in midfield, keeping Miles at left back. We go Raya, Timber, Saliba, Kiwior, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Rice at the 6, Marino at the left 8, Odegaard at the right 8, Saka right wing, Martinelli left wing, and Trossard striker. I just don't think it makes any sense to put Miles into midfield for his very first start in midfield. And listen, it's not a matter of whether or not Miles Lewis-Skelly is ready to play midfield. He is. That's who he is by nature. But he's had so much success at left back right now. He's really flying high. Why change that? I understand that you can make the same argument for Mikel Merino. But Mikel Merino is a midfielder by trade. He has spent his entire career in midfield. If anything, he's more comfortable in midfield. And he's really grown into playing in this side. It's not because he's been playing well as a number 9. He's just adapted to the side, and he can do a lot of the same things in midfield. I know I keep saying that, but I think people are getting lost in this idea that we can't win without Merino at number 9. It just doesn't make sense to take the risk of putting Miles with all that extra responsibility. Also, as a 6, that's crazy. So if you can move Declan to the 6 anyway, why would you put Miles into... You can't play Miles as a 6. He's not even really naturally a 6. You move Declan to the 6, who's probably the best 6 in the world anyway, and him and Marino play in a bit of a double pivot type of situation where it allows Declan Rice to carry the ball when necessary. Marino can cover those 6 duties at times as well. But Declan Rice covers so much ground, it doesn't much matter. He's got the ability to play all over the place and play in that position. And Miles is going to, slot in next to him. Miles would be at the base of midfield in possession a lot of the time. It's not going to change a lot of the areas that Declan Rice gets on the ball. He's still going to be able to have that attacking outlet and that attacking prowess, even with Marino in midfield alongside him. And it's a big match for Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard really needs to shine. With the fact that Thomas Partey is out, Martin Odegaard needs to really be on his very best game on that right-hand side, because him, Timber, and Saka really should put together a special performance down that right-hand side. And we've seen Saka dominate Nuno Mendes before. I expect Saka to have an unbelievable game. This is going to be his real coming out party after coming back from injury. He's had enough time now where he's gotten healthy, he's gotten fit, he has gotten his minutes in, he's got his sea legs under him. He is going to be ready and thriving. I expect us to win this match by at least 2 goals. My expectation is a 2-0 win to the Arsenal. And then finally, we need to talk about William Saliba and his errors leading to goal, his 2 massive errors leading to goal in the last couple of matches. And should there be concern? I won't say there's not concern. What I will say is, yes, I am starting, not long-term, no. William Saliba is one of the best on-ball defenders in the league, in the world. I think he's played a lot of matches. I think the concentration becomes challenging when you've played as many matches as he has. I think although he has really shown more prowess on the ball since Gabriel's gone out, there's also a little bit less certainty. So I think the reason we've seen him dribbling so much and taking so much time on the ball is because there is less certainty with Kivior next to him. But I think after these 2 mistakes, he's going to have hammered this home. He's not going to make that mistake again. He's gotten them out of him. There's no reason to worry. William Saliba is one of the best center backs in the world. He's one of the best on-ball center backs in the world. He is one of the best at everything in the world. He has shown in his time in Ligue 1 how good he is playing against PSG. He is ready for the biggest stage. It would mean everything for him to make a Champions League final, knocking out PSG. So, no. Am I worried about William Saliba? Should anybody be worried about William Saliba? No. There's nothing to worry about anybody in this side. Maybe Trossard and Martinelli, they're our most inconsistent performers. Odegaard here and there as well. But there is nothing to worry about. This should be a dominant performance. We will dictate how this game goes. Whether we win or lose, it'll be up to us. It will not be up to PSG. We are the better side. We are the more drilled side. We will control the ball. We cannot let them get out in transition. And we have to continuously pepper their net. Donnarumma has a mistake in him all the time. He makes some great saves, but he reminds me of Jordan Pickford, where there are some goals that he lets in that it's like, that's shocking he's let that in. Get the ball on net early, attack them early, get them uncomfortable early. Yes, there's going to be 5-10 minute spells in this game, once or twice, where PSG have consistent possession and get some opportunities off. That's what's going to happen when they have Doué, Barcola, Dembele, Kvara. They have all these amazing players. They have a great midfield. They are going to have their moments. But we will dictate the game, and we need to decide the result when all is said and done. Thanks so much for watching Arsenal Report. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.